Welcome to the overview of the finished Austin A35 Academy spec road car. Not a full Academy spec, but it certainly lends itself to it, with the flash down the side, the vent in the front, and the grille cut out with every other slat removed. But this car is not about what it looks like, it's how it handles, how it performs, and the pleasure you get back from driving an old car that's been updated to modern spec. If we look underneath there, first sign you'll see is the rather chunky front anti-roll bar setup. So you know that there's something going on. Alloy wheels could have been fitted on any car, obviously, but there's a lot more to it than just a set of wheels and a big exhaust pipe. We haven't touched the bodywork on this one, apart from painting the flash on the side. It's as it came in, and it looks fairly inconspicuous. But it will steer, it will stop, it will keep up with modern traffic. It will do what you want to do in an older looking car. If you've seen my previous YouTube videos, you will understand what the car was like under the bonnet when it came into us. That's one area that I did spend quite a lot of time on. So we've got the pedal box fitted with hydraulic brakes on all four corners and a hydraulic clutch setup. We've got the small lightweight battery which enables us to fit the pedal box, modern washer system. The engine is a very mildly modified 1275 midget engine in there. Standard cam, roller rockers, lightened and balanced flywheel, slightly uprated clutch, running twin 1.25" SUs with those nice big trumpets on it, more for show than effect, the trumpets, but it works nicely. It's simple. You pull the choke, it starts, it goes, it does what you'd expect it to do, probably in the region of 75, maybe 80 horsepower, because it does actually have a really nice Maniflow exhaust manifold and system on it, and say the extra little bit from the roller rockers, which are running a 1.5 ratio, will give it the effect of having a slight camshaft upgrade. So that's what we're looking at under the bonnet. For a little show to the HRDC there with the Academy Roadgoing under bonnet badge. So what can I tell you about the brakes and the suspension? It's basically got midget brakes on all four corners, all working properly off of that pedal box that we saw earlier. Maybe be interesting to see how the pedals sit in the car. Like a proper car, they come down from above. You'll also notice the accelerator pedal, which is actually a Rover Metro, but often we would use a Mark 1 or 2 mini pedal. But look, they're all in the same place. They're all nice to use. You can heel and toe. It's like driving a normal car, a modern car. So front end, 450-pound springs, uprated shock absorbers, much stronger front anti-roll bar. That will deal with any body roll at the front. Back end of the car, 3-leaf rear springs, which will lower the car and soften the car. In standard form, the cars are much too firm at the back. You want it soft at the back end, so it will transmit the power nicely to each wheel. This one has also got a 3.9 final drive in it, which will give a much more comfortable cruising RPM. We haven't got a panhard rod on the back of this one. We could do it, but maybe that'll come along on a later day. So proper brakes all round. You'll see just about seeing there our drums, our multi-hole lightweight competition drums on it. Standard linings on the back, just a very mild upgrade. Pad on the front, although they do not need it, they're more than adequate just on standard pads. So that's your brakes, that's your suspension. Other accessories, you'll notice the Goodwood style, or some people call them Downton, door mirrors inside the car. We've got our own bespoke dashboard that we make, and it's got original 60s style Smith's rev counter, oil pressure gauge and water temperature gauge. This car came with this interesting handmade gear knob, which is quite sweet. Got the handbrake in the middle, which works properly. We haven't got this device over here that doesn't do much. This thing here, that's off, that's on, it won't move. Amazing. Beautiful steering wheel, which the owner sourced off the internet. We fitted to one of our bosses, and that went on there. Relatively straightforward, because this wheel didn't have a horn push in the middle of it the way it came. We fitted an auxiliary horn switch there, which works. Seats and carpets were all exactly as the car came with, but look at these belts. These are made by the original people who made these back in the 1960s. They're replicas of what they would have, John Rhodes probably would have had in his Mini Cooper S when he was racing around Crystal Palace. So they're bolted to the back shelf there, big plates underneath the back there, so they're not going to come out. Eyelets and plates on the floor, and a proper old-fashioned traditional aircraft buckle fixing where you snap it open and snap it closed. Nothing fussy, nothing fancy, just the necessities.